Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Heat to get key starter back for Wednesday's game versus Cavaliers. After beating the worst team in the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat will turn around and take on the top team in the standings when they face the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday night. Like on Monday, the Heat will be without multiple starters. It didn't matter then. It will probably matter now that they are taking on a team that has won 11 in a row. Here's what to know for Wednesday night's tilt. The Heat will be without Kel'el Ware sprained his knee last weekend. Andrew Wiggins will also miss his fourth straight game with a right ankle sprain, and Jamie Jaquez Jr. will miss his third with a right ankle sprain. Tyler Herro is questionable with a head cold. Davion Mitchell, who missed Monday's win with a left quad contusion, will return to the lineup in Cleveland. Nikola Jovic, broken hand, remains out. Josh Christopher, Isaiah Stevens, and Kashad Johnson are available. The Cavaliers, playing on the second night of a back-to-back, will have their core rotation available. Evan Mobley missed Tuesday's game for rest purposes but will be back in the lineup Wednesday. When the Heat beat the Cavaliers in December, they held Donovan Mitchell to 12 points on 5 of 16 shooting and kept Cleveland off the offensive glass. That all flipped in a January meeting, when Mitchell went off for more than 30 points and the Cavaliers racked up 17 more possessions thanks to offensive rebounds and turnovers. On Wednesday, the Heat have to start with keeping the possession battle even. That means boxing out and keeping Cleveland's bigs off the offensive glass. Bam Adebayo will have his work cut out for him with Ware sidelined. Former Cavaliers great Kevin Love can still battle on the boards. Davion Mitchell will be Donovan Mitchell's primary defender. In his last game, Davion Mitchell held Jalen Brunson to 10 points and forced 3 turnovers. Kevin Love gets warm welcome in return to Cleveland with Heat. Kevin Love felt Cleveland's deep love once again. Love, 36, spent 9 seasons with the Cavs and was a major factor in the team winning the 2016 NBA championship, the first major sports title for a Cleveland team since 1964. No longer in the rotation under coach J.B. Bickerstaff, Love accepted a buyout in 2023 to sign with Miami. A 5-time All-Star, Love received a roaring ovation during a video tribute in the first quarter. The montage of highlights included Love's defense on Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry in the closing seconds of Game 7 of the 16 finals. The Cavs rallied from a 3-1 deficit in the series to stun the Warriors, the first such comeback in NBA Finals history. Love saluted the crowd by pointing to his ring finger. Following Cleveland's 112-107 win, Love said his return was everything he could have hoped. "It was certainly emotional," he said. "My wife and I had talked about it last night and today. Cleveland and Ohio and this organization will always mean a lot to me. I'll always come back. Just a lot of love for so many people here. All the way from the training staff to the players, to the organization, front office, ownership, fans, the locker room attendants, all the security guards, people that work the garage here. Just so much love for so many that'll just keep me coming back. I just can't say enough good things about overall the fans here, but the people here as well." Before tip-off, Love caught up with former Cavs teammate Richard Jefferson, who was on ESPN's broadcast team for the game. He also spent time chatting with Cleveland general manager Koby Altman and Cavs guard Max Strus, whom he played with briefly in Miami. "He's a special dude," Strus said. "I was lucky to cross paths with him in my career. It was cool to see them honor him like that. He deserves all of it." Love said he has been told his jersey will one day be retired to hang in the rafters in Rocket Arena. That magical summer of nearly 10 years ago remains vivid to Love, who texts regularly with his former Cleveland teammates. "You say the word brotherhood, you win together," he said. That's what it creates, especially in the fashion that we did it and against a team that was really a dynasty and coming back from 3-1 and what it meant to this city after 52 years and not having a major sports championship. It's tough to put into words what that means to all of us, and we're coming up on 10 years now, which is crazy to think. That's incredibly meaningful. It's something I think about every single day. Although Love now is primarily a contributor off the bench, Heat coach Eric Spoelstra praised his selflessness and said he has been invaluable while serving as a mentor to rookie center Kel'el Ware and forward Nikola Jovic. A lot of vets don't really want to accept that kind of role and that kind of transition, and he has been able to do that gracefully, Spoelstra said. Those kind of guys are really necessary in this league. I wish there were more vets that would embrace that, because with a younger league I think you do need that kind of mentorship, guys that can still do it, that can still play but then have that emotional stability to also pave room for a guy like Ware and Jovic. He sacrificed his minutes for their development, and that speaks a lot to his character. Draymond Green doesn't fear the Oklahoma City Thunder. There's a certain seriousness that it takes to win in this league, and there's a certain fear you have to instill in teams in order to win, the Golden State Warriors forward and four-time champion said on his podcast earlier this season. I just don't know if they're instilling that fear in teams. Heat predicted to acquire $194 million superstar by moving on from disappointing star. The Miami Heat are stuck in mediocrity, and it's obvious team president Pat Riley would prefer to vault back into title contention rather than rebuild. The all-star duo of Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo is a strong supporting cast, but neither has proven the ability to act as a number one option on a championship roster. Bringing in a superstar a step above the recently traded Jimmy Butler could be the perfect remedy to reaching the NBA Finals once again. Bleacher Report predicts the Heat to part ways with former number one pick Andrew Wiggins, disappointing star Terry Rozier, and draft capital in favor of Phoenix Suns forward Kevin Durant. Why, you ask, would they do that for a pair of role players in Rozier and Wiggins? Well, Phoenix needs a fresh start, B/R's Andy Bailey wrote. Wiggins and Rozier are both on movable contracts that could be dealt next season. And the organization is in dire need of draft capital. Wiggins is providing for the Heat exactly what most anticipated, as he's averaging 17.8 points on inefficient shooting in 6 appearances. While he proved himself as a key contributor to the Golden State Warriors' 2022 title team, it's worth parting with him to land a player of Durant's caliber. The Heat's front office was hopeful Rozier would evolve into the perfect backcourt partner for Herro, but instead, he's only regressed during his tenure. Moving on from him would likely come with little resistance from anyone with authority in the organization. And you, fan? What do you think about the situation of Kevin Durant? Write to us in the comments.